nurses, healthcare professionals, real estate investors, or anybody in the state of New Jersey who wants to make over $500,000 this year alone, okay, you need to tune into this video. We're going to be breaking down how to become a licensed provider, so an agency, whatever agency type, right? We're going to cover the different agency types that you can open up, community-based day programs, supported employment programs, DD group homes, how you can make over $500,000 with any kind of agency type in the state of New Jersey, becoming a New Jersey Department of Developmental Disability provider, okay? So guys, feel blessed that you found this video because there's really nobody talking about this, and I've hopped into many different states, and I can confidently say that New Jersey has some of the lowest barrier to entry licensing processes and the highest rates in the nation. Hands down, 100%. Okay, so we're going to be talking about the rates. We're going to be building some profit and loss statements based on different agency types, and we're going to be talking about the licensing process. Okay, so stick around to the end of this video so that you can see exactly what you need to do in order to start your agency type and start making over $500,000 a year just in the next 3 months. Okay, so let me first share my screen and let us first talk briefly about what are the different agency types that you can start and then what are the rates associated with it. Okay, so first and foremost, okay, I want to talk about some of these different agency types that you're going to see. Community inclusion services, dehabilitation, okay, individual supports, both in a group home style setting or you providing supports in these individuals' own homes, right, in their family homes or in their own apartments or condos or homes where they live. Okay, pre-vocational training, transportation agency, support coordination, right? So these are some of the agency types that you can start in the state of New Jersey. Okay, and so like, what do these mean? For example, so when I talk about community inclusion services, what we're talking about is picking folks up in the community. Community inclusion services or community-based supports, right? So this is picking folks up from their homes, take them out and about into the community, okay, Monday through Friday, 30 hours a week, 6 hours a day, 5 days a week, picking them up from their homes, taking them out and about into the community, helping educate them, taking them to different community and cultural events and bringing them back home, okay? You're simply providing services Monday through Friday, okay, 5 days a week. That's community-based supports, right? And then supported, dehabilitation is the same thing, but you have an actual facility, an actual location where these individuals are being transported and dropped off during the day, where you provide similar services, but at the facility's location, where you're still having field trips, so on and so forth, right? In addition, there is respite, where you are providing you're providing staff to come to these individuals' homes to provide services, right? And so, like, here's some of the here's some of the daily rates. Okay, now there's DD group homes. Okay, so you guys get the point, right? So let's talk about some of these rates now. Okay, so for community-based supports, for example, $14.71 every 15 minutes. So if we come over here, okay, an hour, the hourly rate, so 14 times 4 is 58.84. Okay, that's how much money you're making an hour. 23 billable monthly days, Monday through Friday, times the number of residents, times, the tier level. So this is the acuity differentiated rate, meaning that, the individuals that you're serving require a bit more hands-on supports. They are less independent. 6 hours a day. You're bringing in, revenue-wise, $24,000 a month. This is with a 1-to-3 staffing ratio. You yourself, as the program director, can start by, being the only staff. You don't even have to hire any staff. But, paying a direct support professional $20 an hour, and the average DSP rate in the state of New Jersey is $17.50. If you're paying them $20 an hour, you're going to attract the highest tier talent. Guys, you're still going to make a ton of money, okay? If we bump that up to, 6 individuals, right, you're bringing home $48,000 a month. Boom. 6 individuals, serving 6 individuals, right, with a van. You're bringing over $584,000 revenue, okay? And quite a bit of that is profit, with models like this that are very lean and green to start up. Okay, so this is the community-based supports, for example, right? There's day hab, there's respite, there's things that don't require any real estate. But I want to shift over and I want to talk about how to open up a DD group home and what the rates are in that sort of setting, right? So, guys, Oh my gosh. So let's come over here. Okay, so you're going to see individualized supports. So this can be in a licensed group home setting or in their own home. So that's why you're going to see licensed or unlicensed, right? With shared staff, okay? With shared staff for, 3+ hours. What I like to do in these videos is I like to just take kind of like a middle of the road tier. So when we talk about the acuity level, these are individuals who aren't entirely independent, but they don't have, a very extreme, high frequency, high severity level of behaviors and or, medical necessity leave, something right down the middle. $619 a day, okay? In the state of New Jersey, oftentimes they license up to 4 individuals in a home for a DD group home, okay? So if we take those numbers and we put them over here, $619 a day times 30 days times 4 individuals is $74,000 a month that you're getting. So guys, with a group home, you're making almost $1 million a year in revenue. Okay, you're taking home, quite a bit of money, right, with a single family home. But let's talk about the process of getting licensed, because it's much more of a process to become a group home licensed, group home provider, residential provider, than it is these other agency types, okay? So you can't even apply to open up a group home until you have started another agency type and you've provided services and you have a squeaky clean record for 2 years, okay? And so if we come over here, here's the process of starting one of these other agencies, right? Because this is anybody who wants to start a group home, you have to start here with another agency type. There's all these different agencies that you can start. You can work with me and my team to figure out what makes the most sense for you based on where you're at and your experience and what model you want to run. And from us helping individuals nationwide, what in my opinion I think the best models to start are out of the list that I kind of read to you. Okay, so review the policy manuals. It's about a 300-page document that myself and my team have already read all the way through. What I was showing you was page 200, out of the 300-page document. 232-page document, excuse me, right? So determine the services, which we can help you do, but read through the different services, determine which one makes the most sense to you to start. Apply for an NPI number, easy enough. Submit the combined application, which myself and my team will help you do. We've already done this in the state of New Jersey, okay? Next, once you submit this and you go through the initial, process of reviews, you're then going to write and draft your policies and procedures. In most states, this is done on the forefront. In New Jersey, it's done after the initial combined application's approved. Then you write your policies and procedures. Guys, when you're working with us and you move quickly, the entire process can take between 3 to 4 months, which is much quicker than most states, okay? Most states is between 4 to 6 months, right? This is 3 to 4 months. Easy enough, and you do not need any startup operational capital to show the state in order to start up one of these agency types. Okay, when it's time to open up a group home, the state's going to want to see your financial history for the past 2 years of your existing agency type. Okay, but to start out, you do not need any money to start out. Okay, if you're not financially sustainable, the state doesn't mind just shutting you down and finding other support programs for the individuals that you're serving. That's about it, guys. That's really all I want to talk about. I mean, if you are serious about making life-changing money this year and really making a difference in your community, then what you need to do is click the link in our description or our bio and book a call with us today. Okay? I'm sorry, but if we're looking at these numbers every single day that you are waiting to get opened up, you are missing out on thousands of dollars of profit. So, your inaction, your sloth, is costing you everything. So what you need to do is move quickly, swiftly, and efficiently, because the barriers to entry are not going to be this low forever, okay? New Jersey's going to make it more difficult for providers to get in, okay? But today, it's attainable. It's very accessible and attainable. Guys, if you want a bulletproof business model, recession-proof business model, okay, book a call with our team. I will see you on the other side, and let's get to work.